I still remember your last metal project.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that, will you?
Oh, do I have to?
Yeah.
Well, I was young. I was very, very angry. I was a teenager, hormones flying everywhere, as you can imagine. And we decided that the best way, and I stand by this, the best way to cause commotion and get noticed in the music scene is to be controversial, as you know. So we decided we needed an angle to be controversial. Our angle was that we were going to be a pro-smoking band. It was just the worst. Absolute worst. Awful. It was just offensive. It wasn't even music. It was just garbage.
It really wasn't. So, guys, what you really want to do is search up Nicotine Dream.
I don't think you'll find it.
No,
this was like 15 years ago.
A copy. This is my first and only album, Harm Your Baby, Nicotine Dream. I have not heard this in 15 years, and I figured we'd listen to it together. This is what angry teenage Zeke sounds like. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, so before we get into the album, I wanted to do a little scene setting first. This is going to be a long video, but stick with it and I will reward you at the end. So, first of all, thanks go to Ollie for sending this only surviving copy of the record to me. That's Ollie there. Now, Ollie and I were in a band together throughout most of our teenagerhood called Leg 3. That's us there, as young kids on our way to our first gig, I think, which we played with Jack Osborne. That's a story for another day, but let me just say that, yeah, I hung out with Jack Osborne, and he was something of an arse divot. Then again, so was I, so what you gonna do? Anyway, at some point while I was in Leg 3, I wanted to do a metal side project. I got really into metal in a big way, grew my hair out, started wearing weird things, and yeah, this guy called Dave K, who for the life of me I cannot track down now, kind of came up to me one day while we were cutting class and smoking cigarettes and drinking vodka and said, hey, I've got all this backing music, can you sing? Now, Dave was probably the best guitarist in the entire school. He was really talented, even at a young age. He was also something of an odd fellow. No one really talked to him. He didn't talk to anyone else. All he did was hang around wearing this big oversized leather jacket and smoking cigarettes. Naturally, I thought he was the coolest guy on the planet, so I lied through my back teeth and said, yes, Dave, yes, I can sing. What you're about to hear is what Dave and I came up with all those years ago. Now, I've got to warn you that there will be a lot of foul language in the video. I can't really censor it out because otherwise it's just going to end up sounding like biscuits, really. So there is also a lot of stuff that is highly, highly offensive. Bear in mind, we were young, it is all tongue-in-cheek, we were doing it for offensiveness sake, so please don't take it too seriously. Particularly the verse at the end of the first track on the album, which, without further ado, I think we should listen to now. Here we go.
On September the 11th, 2001, two hijacked passenger planes.
I already don't like where this is going.
Tony Blair,
I do vaguely remember this.
The United States country will annihilate the fucking cunt of Hamilton later.
Oh my god. We did though. We did annihilate him. He got some democracy right between the eyes. This was recorded like only 3 days after the attacks, I think, so a lot of the rage is quite raw and genuine. Ah! I've just lost half my subscribers. That can't go in the final video. I'm going to get beheaded. That's what's going to happen. This channel is finally going to get me executed by Islamic militants. Had to happen sooner or later. I remember this one! I remember recording this. Fire. That's the only lyric I brought to the table for this one. Excuse me a minute. That song's brilliant, actually. That is my favourite song on the album so far. Oh, memories flooding back. Yeah, I know this one. This is House of Hell, if I'm not mistaken. One of the many examples of decent music and composition on this album that Dave brought to the table. Totally undone, unrendered and trampled over by me coming in and screaming like a total lunatic. And there we go. Sounds like I'm screaming House of Hair. Yeah, it's alright that. Probably my favourite song on the album so far. My name is Zeke, and I no longer approve of this message. Kids, don't buy cigarettes. Was I even legally old enough to buy cigarettes myself at the time of recording? Jesus wept. Still, favourite song on the album, I reckon. Yeah, this is quite nice actually. This one was all Dave, of course. He wrote this beautiful song and he brought it in. And I bet what happened, because I couldn't sing at the time, I bet he presented it to me and I said something along the lines of, "Hey Dave, you know what would work really well over this track? Is me screaming about abortions!" And he probably just went, No mate, let's just leave this one instrumental. Yeah, not much to say about this song, really. Oh, except it does have this brilliant solo that the song builds up to. Here we go. Yeah! How long does this go on for? Okay, that solo was nowhere near as good as I remember it being. But never mind. Good. Favourite song on the album. I'll say. What the hell is going on? Someone found a sampling machine, didn't they? I've just remembered, if this is the track I'm thinking of, I was struggling to write any lyrics, and Dave was standing there at the time when I was screaming into my little $2.99 webcam microphone, and he said, just sing anything. So I looked around the desk. I was at my dad's desk, and I picked up a tax return that he had lying around, and I just read off the bottom of that. If System of a Down did it, would have been cool. Still, favourite song on the album so far. That's a pretty cool riff, actually. I like that. And here we go. This is the epitome of teenage metal lyrics. If your life was a letter. Oh, we've got a random C-bomb thrown in for maximum offence. You know what? I stand by that riff though. That is probably my favourite riff on the album. It's my favourite song on the album. Oh, we so wanted to be in White Zombie. We threw in quite a few of these little horror movie samples. We thought it was cool. I think the lyrics to this one most betray my age, more so than any other song on the album.
I don't care what you think, take a look at yourself before you criticize.
The production quality on that song is absolutely horrendous. Still. Favourite song on the album?
I was addicted. Yes, I am a god of home. And my check to the host dope dealers.
Oh, I can't speak ill of this song actually.
Bigger, and every day I'd wake up and my hands would shake and my teeth
Probably because I'm not singing on it.
bringing my fist, and I can rip open the envelopes and tie rubber hose around my common sense and shoot up with stars!
I have actually performed this live as well. It's basically a collection of spoken word clips from...
Won't even put you off your food.
I don't recognise all the voices.
Let's dig up Hitler and kick his goddamn ass. Again.
I think that was Henry Rollins, who I actually sent the track to many years later. This is one of the only tracks I managed to save on my computer. And he loved it, and it scored me an interview with him.
Of captivity. God! And to the republic for which it stands.
And this...
Dip it in kerosene and stick it up the ass. It's not just one.
I can't remember who that is. I get the feeling it was... Who was the guy from the Dead Kennedys? I've forgotten his name. Jelly Bill Bauer or something like that.
Like it was a DEA drug raid or something.
Yeah, this song actually turned out quite well, I think. And strangely relevant with everything that's happened in Ferguson recently. Yeah, this has got to be my favourite song on the album, by far. Oh no, I've just remembered what this is. This is awful. I took every single cough and clearing of my throat before doing a vocal take. I took all those bits of recording and whacked them in this one song.
Smoker's cough.
This is disgusting. It's actually making me feel physically ill. Oh, I'm sure you can agree that is quite enough of that. However, congratulations to you if you have made it to the end of the video. You either really like me, you're a big fan of metal, or you're deaf. So if you're in any one of those categories and want to hear the songs in full, most of the ones you've just heard are now up on SoundCloud. So there's a link down below in the description box to check that out. But that's not all. There are also some extra tracks. I mean, the whole thing's like 20 tracks long. If you want the extended edition, I'm taking charity donations via, again, the link below. Check that out. Any donation will do, even if it's just $1. Jeez, I wouldn't pay much more than that, to be honest. So click on that and give generously. It's all going to Child's Play. And leave your email address in the comments field, and I will email you a zip of all the MP3s. Also included in that is a live mix that I found on my computer. In 2012 I did a live DJ gig. It was kind of dark house, kind of samples, and it goes on for like 9 minutes. It actually sounds pretty good. I've decided that is now a Harm Your Baby track, so you will get that if you donate. And I guess that's it. Subscribe if you want to. I'm going to use that live track to play us out. So, yeah. Alright.
With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me one sense of time. But Mandela for him thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line. With me rhythm, with me rhyme, with me rough bass line.